The children gathered under the big mango tree as the evening breeze gently blew through the village. Every child waited eagerly because they knew Grandma Amina always had the most amazing stories to tell. Grandma Amina smiled warmly and said, "Come closer, my children. Today, I will tell you a story that changed my life forever." The children moved closer and listened in complete silence. Many years ago, Grandma Amina began. There lived a poor little girl named Ada. She had no beautiful clothes, no expensive toys, and sometimes she went to bed hungry. But she had one thing that many rich people did not have: a kind heart. One little boy interrupted. "Grandma, was Ada sad because she was poor?" Grandma Amina smiled. Sometimes she was, but she never allowed poverty to steal her kindness. One morning, Ada was walking to the market when she saw an old blind man sitting by the roadside. Many people passed him without saying a word. Ada only had one loaf of bread, the only food she would eat that day. She looked at the bread, looked at the old man, and after thinking for a moment, she placed the bread gently into his hands. The old man smiled and said, "May your kindness return to you 1,000 times." The children looked at one another with excitement. "Did it really happen, Grandma?" a little girl asked. Grandma nodded. Days passed. Ada became even poorer. One afternoon, heavy rain began to fall. She had nowhere to hide until a beautiful woman opened her door and invited her inside. The children leaned closer. The woman gave Ada food, dry clothes, and a warm place to sleep. "But Grandma," another child asked, "why was the woman so kind to her?" Grandma smiled. The next morning, the woman said, "Do you remember the old blind man you helped? He is my father. He told me about the kind girl who gave him her only meal. I searched everywhere until I found you." The children gasped. The woman owned many farms and businesses. She offered Ada a job and treated her like family. Years later, Ada became successful and spent her life helping other poor children. Grandma looked at every child and said softly, "My children, kindness is like planting a seed. You may not see it grow today, tomorrow, or even next month, but one day, it will return to you in ways you never imagined." The children sat quietly, thinking deeply. One little boy stood up and said, "Grandma, from today, I will never ignore someone who needs help." Another little girl smiled and added, "I will always choose kindness." Grandma Amina laughed happily. "That is exactly why I told you this story. The richest person is not the one with the most money, but the one with the biggest heart." The children clapped joyfully as the sun slowly disappeared behind the hills. And from that evening on, every child in the village remembered Grandma Amina's story whenever they had the chance to help someone. Moral of the story: a single act of kindness can change not only someone else's life but your own as well. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more heartwarming stories.